How's it going, family? Welcome back to the channel. In light of some recent news that just broke over the weekend regarding something that occurred with the COO and who the COO of Saitama, we felt it was time to break our silence and come out with what we believe needs to be said for the Saitama Wolfpack family. I'm not reading from any scripts, no notes. Everything's authentic. This is just speaking from my heart. And everything that I say and everything that you hear in this video is out of respect and out of love for all parties involved. And that includes Russ and his family. Now, many of you may have heard rumors or rumblings about some things that occurred over the weekend regarding some of the accusations that were put out against Russ Armand, who is the COO of Saitama, by his soon to be ex wife. We believe that this is a matter that should be handled behind closed doors and in private. In fact, I'm of the opinion that this is a marital issue that should be private. It is none of our business to be prying into the personal affairs of Russ and his family. Throughout life, things happen, for good or bad. People get married, people get divorced, for various reasons. But those kind of things should be private. And one of the things that that struck me, when I was going through Twitter, and this is the reason why we didn't put out a video on Sunday, is we are so quick to get involved when it comes to drama, but we are so slow to celebrate successes and accolades and uplift one another and bring one another up. We're so slow in doing it. Now, I'm not talking specifically to you, Saitama with family. I'm just speaking in general in terms of us as a people in this world. Where have our hearts gone? Where have we gone in terms of loving one another, caring for one another, looking out for one another, being a good steward of one another, being a friendly neighbor with one another, treating others like we would like to be treated? Where have those things gone in our lives? Guys, at some point, we have to take a step back and ask ourselves, why are we investing in crypto? On this channel, we preach time and time again that the purpose you should be investing is to create generational wealth for you and your family. I'm going to repeat that because it seems like we've lost touch with the whole purpose of why we're here. This is not a social club. This is not a gossip club. This is not a place where we come and we beat people down and we make people feel less than and we take sides and we have tribalism. Guys, we have to stop that. Now, over the weekend, I was planning on doing an inspirational vitamin. We do that on the weekends, mainly on Sundays, to kind of give you guys a boost in your spirit, not just for you, Saitama Wolfpack family, but for crypto investors in general. Sometimes it gets hard out there in those crypto streets. You look at your portfolio and you see your value of your crypto down in the toilet, and you were told that, hey, you'll get rich overnight, that kind of thing. Hopefully not. Hopefully you didn't get invested in crypto for that reason. But let's just keep this conversation moving. And sometimes we need some inspirational vitamin. We need someone to come sit us down, tell us that everything is gonna be okay, guys. Everything is gonna be okay. Life happens, guys. But you know what? One of the things that I wanted us to reflect on today, on Monday, which is today, at the time of this recording, it's October 10th, 2022, is that joy comes in the morning. Joy always comes in the morning. Guys, I don't know if you're religious. That's your prerogative. That's your business. But I am. And what I want to say is God never places more on you than you can bear. Whether you believe him or not, God will see Saitama through this difficult time. Joy always comes in the morning, guys. I did not invest into Saitama for Russ. Russ does not define where I invest. Russ does not define who I am. Now, I want to pause there because by me making that statement, it may come across as me being on the side in terms of saying Russ is guilty. Now, I want to make it very clear. Unequivocally, I am saying I am not taking any sides. I am not in that marriage. I don't have the facts. I have facts from both people on what they're saying, what Russ's wife is saying, and what Russ is saying. But I am not God, and I am not the one to make judgment on either person. All I can do is control the decisions and the words that come out of my mouth and the rumors that I participate in and spread. And I'm not that person. And I pray God that you're not either. It's so easy. Once after that news came out, you saw all of these YouTube videos posted almost instantly criticizing Russ, criticizing Saitama, and everybody saying, see, this is why Saitama is a scam. Now, I want us to stay on this little nugget here because this is where I'm going to show you something, that's similar to this that occurred that I feel should be none of our business. Now, what I want you to see is this. This is an article that came out a few years ago in 2019. As you guys are aware, if you follow Amazon or you are invested into the Amazon stock or what have you, you may be aware that there was a nasty, nasty, and public divorce between Jeff Bezos and his wife, Mackenzie Bezos. These individuals were married for 25 years, guys. 25 years. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of their relationship, what caused them to divorce. I don't think that's any of my business. After all, a marriage is a union between two people that should be their business and their business only, not the business of the world or the stock market or the crypto industry. That's none of our business, guys. But what I wanted you to focus on for the purposes of this article is the fact that, there's nothing new under the sun. And I just want to show you that joy will come in the morning. This is what this article says. It says Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos tweets his divorce announcement. Bezos says he and Mackenzie Bezos are ending 25 years of marriage after a trial separation. Right? And it goes on the details and it shows you here to tweet what he tweeted. This tweet says, we want to make people aware of a development in our lives. As our family and close friends know, after a long period of loving exploration and trial separation, we have decided to divorce and continue our shared lives as friends. We feel incredibly lucky to have found each other and are deeply grateful for every one of the years we have married to each other. We have known we would separate after 25 years. If we had known this, we would do it all again. We've had such a great life together as a married couple, and we also see wonderful futures ahead as parents, friends, partners in ventures and projects, and individuals pursuing ventures and adventures. Though the labels might be different, we remain a family and we remain cherished friends. Why am I reading this to you guys? This is an example of two things. Number one is an example. It is an example of someone announcing their separation or divorce, what have you. Now, I don't think it was necessary for Jeff Bezos to do this. After all, it's nobody's business. But they meaning him and his wife, or now ex-wife, decided to come out together, united, to announce this to the world. After all, he is a celebrity. He is one of the richest men in the world. So maybe they felt that it made sense, right? Because rumors were going to spread eventually when they were not seen together in public that something was going on. So maybe they wanted to get out ahead of this and announce it. To each his own. But more importantly, what I wanted to show you is number two. You notice there was no bashing. You notice that as a man, Jeff Bezos, he took a stand to protect his wife's legacy, to protect his family's name. And he came out with dignity. He didn't throw shade. He didn't come out there saying, well, this person cheated, that person cheated, this person did cocaine, this person did that, this person did this and the third and the fifth or whatever. He didn't do that. He just said, listen, guys, we've just decided that this marriage is not for us and we're going to go our separate ways, but we're going to remain friends. We love each other. We love our family, and our family loves us, and we love our children. That's what was basically said. However, guys, the manner that this news broke yesterday about Russ and what the things that his wife and him are going through was just disgusting. And I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get into the rumor mill. I'm just not with that business. I think it's childish. And I think in the crypto space, we need to grow up. We need to grow up and mature, guys. That's what we need to do. Now, what I wanted to show you is this. I wanted to show you what happened to the stock price after that announcement. Now, that announcement was made, let's see, on January 9th, 2019. And we're going to look at the stock price, a historical stock price here on Amazon. It's just not Amazon, but Yahoo Finance. It's just simpler to look at this point in time. Because guys, we're just talking from the heart this morning. Is that okay? We're just coming into your homes, into your television, into your mobile devices, just bringing you some just common sense things, guys, and just heartfelt words here about this situation to let you know that joy comes in the morning. So we go over here and we look at, let's see, that date was January 9th, 2019. So we go over here and we scroll out. Let's see. Let's look at January 9th, 2019. Here we go right here. You can see that price. Yes, it retraced, but look at this. It went up. What does this tell you? What this shows is business continued as normal. Now, Jeff Bezos, he was the head. He was the figurehead of Amazon. Did people say, hey, I'm no longer going to invest in Amazon. I am going to sell all of my position in Amazon because of some divorce that Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Bezos are going through, which, by the way, doesn't have an impact on me. That's their business. What does that have to do with my investment? Did you see people selling out paper hands, dropping all that? Did you see this stock price drop like a bomb? No, you did not. Family, joy comes in the morning. There is nothing new under the sun. Life happens. Now, one of the other things that I was disgusted about is the fact that Russ's wife would go on a public venue such as Twitter and basically air all of their dirty laundry. Now, I'm going to say they are accusations because I'm not married to her. I'm not in their marriage. Who am I to take either side? Yes, she may have showed receipts. Yes. Is the truth somewhere in between? Yes. Is it two sides to the story? Yes. So there is some truth probably to what Russ's wife is saying, and there is also some truth probably to what Russ is saying. Therefore, the truth is in somewhere in the middle. But it is not our job. It is not our task. It is not our purpose to be involved in a private matter such as their marriage, guys. Come on. That is not the purpose of why we are here. Have we lost faith? Have we lost our way? Have we lost the pathway to creating generational wealth for you and your family? I hope not. Because at the end of the day, whatever happens, if Russ chooses to step down from being the COO of Saitama, that's his business. I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he shouldn't. But if he so chooses to do so, guess what's going to happen? Saitama is going to continue to function as normal. You know why? Because it is a community project that has several leaders that are just there to execute the wishes of the community. That's the only purpose they are there. Every type of company needs some type of leadership to steer it. But even if it were a company just traded on the stock market, they still have shareholders. The shareholders are just owners in the company. They just vote with their shares, telling you, hey, this is where we want to see the direction of the company. So it may very well come down to Russ stepping aside. And that may not be a bad thing. He may choose to do that to save face for Saitama because that's how much he cares for this project. And if he does, I respect that. If he chooses not to, I respect that as well. But the point of this conversation is joy will come in the morning. Things will continue to go on. Has Saitama changed? No. Because of this news coming out about him and his relationship with his wife, how does that change the trajectory or the utilities or the use cases for Saitama? How does that change anything? If you are honest with yourself, you have to admit that it doesn't. Guys, I want to show you something else here. I want to show you this. This is a tweet that was put out by Dubai Saitama. And I got a lot of respect for Dubai Saitama Dubai to come out with this tweet. Now, we didn't issue a tweet because we deliver the news and we have to be objective in all news that we deliver. We speak facts here on this channel and we don't take sides. So that's the reason why we didn't issue an official tweet in response to this matter, but we're coming out with this video to let you know where we stand. Okay? That does not mean we don't support Russ. That does not mean that. But we have to go where the facts lie, which in my opinion mean we have to stay out of their marriage. That is a legal and a private matter, guys. We should be focused on the prize, which is Saitama. Focused on how we can take Saitama to the next level. Focused on how we can create generational wealth for us and our families. That's where our vision should lie. Now, I wanted to show you this tweet from Saitama Dubai. It says this, and it struck me in my heart, guys. It says this: brave men ignore and carry on with business, no matter how much noise is made. Braver men speak out, no matter what the subject is about, and shut down all the noise with a few words. Well done, Saitama Guru, which is Russ. Saitama operations resume. Now, I'm not going to show all the tweets. I'm not going to get into all the tweets that were flying around because, guys, to be honest with you and to be quite frank, my Twitter feed was blowing up. I probably saw the most tweets in my feed than I've ever seen before on any other occasion when it comes to Saitama. People saying all of these different things about Saitama is done. Rest in peace, Saitama, the final nail in the coffin. All of these things. I just showed you an example of Amazon. Does Amazon still exist today? To be honest, you would have to say, yes, it does. And probably I would argue stronger than before. Not because of Jeff Bezos' announcement, but because they carried on with their mission, which is to create the return for their investors. That is the purpose of a CEO, is to make sure that that company remains profitable and that his shareholders are rewarded. In a nutshell, that's his whole purpose. And that's the purpose of Russ. It's not a gentleman's club. It's not a good old fashioned club where people can just come, gossip, talk about all these different things. And if it is, it shouldn't be. Family, this is the time we should be united. Family, this is the time we should join hands and wrap our arms around our CEO or COO for that matter, which is Russ, and let them know that, hey, we support you in whatever decision you make. Now, I am going to say this, and this is all out of objectivity from my part. If Russ did do the things that his ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife accused him of doing, or if Russ did those things, I'm not saying he did, so don't come in my comments saying that the crypto stream is funding Saitama and the crypto stream is saying Russ this, Russ that. I'm not saying that. I am being objective. I am saying this because it needs to be said. If Russ did any of those things that came out that he was accused of by his wife, if Russ, and I'm not going to get into details of those things, so I don't think we need to. That's a private matter. But let's just say if he did, then I believe that Russ needs to do the right thing on behalf of his wife and behalf of his family and be a man and own up to those mistakes and right his wrongs. Do I think Russ owes the community an explanation of what's going on in his personal life? No, I don't think he does. Now, on the contrary, if Russ is completely innocent of the accusations that were put out against him by his wife and some other folks that don't have Saitama in the best of their interests, right? Then I believe Russ should defend those accusations and his innocence to the utmost ability that he can legally. Because after all, divorce is a legal matter. And those things are slanderous. That slanders a person's name. So again, I'm not getting into those details. I don't think that's my place. That's between him and his wife and his family. I just pray for the sake of his children that we can all be adults about this, guys. Let's remove his wife out of the equation. Let's remove Russ out of the equation. His children are being hurt by the actions of these individuals on Twitter that are coming out and bringing this information to light, whether it be true or false. It doesn't matter. The result is the same. It hurts the family. Guys, I just wanted to come to you with this video because I felt that we needed to come out publicly to make a statement, not necessarily on Twitter. You know, there's a time and place and a manner you can do things, but on our in our venue here on YouTube to let you know we are Saitama. We will continue to support Saitama. Saitama is not defined by one person. It is a community project. And if the best thing for us to do is to step aside, then hey, I respect that. But if he chooses not to, I respect that as well. But all in all, we as a Wolfpack family, we need to support our own. We need to support our project. Let's continue to rally around the developers to continue to try to create generational wealth for us and our families. Now, one thing I wanted to end with is this. This shows you, I wanted to show you some pricing action for Saitama because this is what I want to wrap up with. We can see that, there was a huge sell off yesterday after this announcement came out, these tweets. We shook out a lot of paper hands. That's fine. You know, maybe they were not here for the right reason. Maybe they didn't invest in Saitama because they saw the mission. I don't know. Maybe they just lost faith, and that's fine. That's their business, guys. But I'm not gonna let anybody shake me from my position. I know why I invested into Saitama. I know why I'm here. I know my why. I know my purpose. And believe me, I feel in my heart that Saitama is a legitimate project that has real world use case that will eventually be a blue chip cryptocurrency. I may be wrong. Who knows? This is crypto after all. Things happen. But I've made that investment. So the time to have had the feelings and be all in my feelings and wonder, is this a good investment? Was the time before I invested when I did my own research. Not only that, guys, this is the reason why we preach diversification. It seems like diversification is such a bad word when it comes to the crypto industry. But in stock market, we preach all the time to diversify your portfolio. When you invest in your 401k plan, all of those things, guess what? They diversify for you. So you may not know, but they're diversifying because their purpose is to have a fiduciary responsibility to you, the person, that's the portfolio belongs to create as much return on the investment as they can. That's their whole purpose. That is their obligation. So I say that to say on this channel, we will be discussing other cryptocurrencies, not just Saitama. That's no knock against Saitama. I am still Saitama. I've been with Saitama from the beginning, and I will continue to support Saitama until the last breath in my body leaves me. That's a fact. But that does not preclude me from talking about other cryptocurrency projects that I feel you need to know about to help you on your journey to create generational wealth. All crypto projects have things that happen. All crypto projects have mistakes that are made along the lines. That's what makes them stronger. All developers make mistakes. That's what makes them wiser. You learn from your mistakes and you continue to pick yourself up and move forward to grace. I want to thank you guys so much for giving me this platform to just come out and rant to you today about things that have been on my heart. But I could not make another video about Saitama until I got this off my chest. Family, we gonna be all right. Or in other words, we gonna be all right. Just hang in there, guys. Joy will come in the morning. We'll talk to you guys real soon.